Hello everybody, I hope you're all enjoying the weather in the UK and having a great Saturday. Since the Tory leadership contest is about to kick off and all the usual and not so usual suspects are about to vie for position of who is going to be the next puppet of Klaus Schwab or whoever, I wanted to just take a quick look at Penny Mordaunt. Now, if you were a Brexiteer, you were probably quite a fan of Penny because you thought, oh, well, she's a Brexiteer, she's on our side, that's great. If you were a Remainer, maybe you didn't like her so much, but apparently she was on some television program. She is a blonde, I don't know if you'd call her glamorous, but quite athletic woman that has some kind of connection with the army. But I think it might be interesting, just in case you're watching this leadership contest, to take a load of this. So, turns out Penny's an author. I know you probably can't see all this. It's on Amazon. If you go and look up Penny Mordaunt on Amazon, her name is spelled Penny, P-E-N-N-Y, Mordaunt, M-O-R-D-A-U-N-T. And she's written a book with someone called Chris Lewis, and it's called Greater Britain After the Storm. And Sir Richard Branson says this is utterly uplifting and inspiring. Well, for a billionaire, maybe. Maybe, I don't know, for an ordinary Joe Soap, it's probably a throw in the bin thing. Again, with all these books, when politicians are writing books, whether it's Obama, Boris will probably do one, David Cameron. As I once said to George Gallo on his show, I believe it's a form of political corruption, as is after dinner speaking, because I don't believe there's a market for these books, and there's definitely not a market for listening to any of these boring politicians give after dinner speeches. Okay, maybe Boris might be more interesting, but you know, they're all doing it, from Theresa May to, you know, the most wooden, dull plank of a ex-prime minister does this after dinner speaking, or politician. I just think it's kind of post-dated bribery. That's what I would believe, because I don't believe there's a market value for these extortionate numbers, amounts of money they're being paid. What, to listen to what? You know, most people get a bit drunk and it's better. But let's look at this. This wonderful book written by Penny Mordaunt. Okay, I see it's got 99 ratings and it's got a 4.5-star review, so you can tell all the publishers' little lackeys who write reviews have been very, very busy. Now, if you write a book on Amazon and you get your friends to write reviews, Amazon are very, very clever at figuring out that you know these people, because somehow it manages to trace that you're connected and you write emails to each other, even if it's got nothing to do with the Amazon platform or social media, and they will remove those reviews. But somehow that doesn't really seem to happen. I wonder who this is published by. Do we really care? But anyhow, let's have a look inside. This is going to be interesting. Isn't this exciting book? The foreword. Now, I wonder who wrote the foreword. I'll give you a clue. It starts, 14 years ago, I left my first career at Microsoft to begin my second one in philanthropy. It's Bill Gates who's written the foreword to this book by Penny Mordaunt. So here we have British MP. I think she once had a portfolio. She was some sort of, I don't know, minister for something, nothing very important. Now she's writing a book. Richard Branson says it's utterly brilliant. It's the best thing ever. You know, he's taking it to bed with him at night after a nice hot chocolate and paging through it with great suspense. And Bill Gates has written the foreword. I mean, God. So you can tell that this is just another agent of the New World Order. She's obviously very excited about Build Back Better. She's obviously well in with Gates, on board with his ideas, and definitely not someone in the British government that's there to fulfill the wishes of the British public. Just another one. He says the UK is a force for good, and this book tries to explain why and what Britain must do to stay that way. We know these people are not interested in countries. They're not nationalists. They're not interested in Britain being a force for good. All they see it as a lump of land which will have a certain role to play on the global chessboard. And that role to play will have nothing to do with the well-being of people who must eat maggots or ringworms or mealworms or whatever they must eat. And shut up and preferably stay in their 15-minute city and keep away from the beaches and the nice parts of town with which Bill Gates and his friends in politics want to enjoy without seeing your ugly faces. It's disgusting. I love the way he says he left his... I'm Bill Gates. I left my first career at Microsoft. Sorry, I can't do his accent, but it's like this whiny tone. To begin a second one in philanthropy. Philanthropy? Says who? Who you self-appointed philanthropist. Loads of us do not need your philanthropy, thank you. It's not philanthropy, it's plutocracy. It's tyranny. It's you sitting above, elevating yourself to the role of judge, jury, decision maker, government, doctor. You think you're everything and you have no accountability. You're not elected. You don't have any platform on which you should legitimately stand and be able to dictate anything, and yet you're dictating everything to everybody, brainwashing people. Well, it's not your ideas, Bill. You're working on behalf of someone else, on behalf of the cabal. We know how he got the position at Microsoft because his mother was already working at Microsoft. His father was a very, very influential family, Planned Parenthood, blah, blah, blah. We know. I've done a vlog on it in the past. So is Amazing Polly, and James Corbett, I think, did a brilliant one. We know it's not just like this spontaneous little story of the boffin who kind of conquers the computer world and is some dynamic pioneer in the world of technology. No, it's never that. It's some DARPA technology, and they just need a face to put on the whole thing so they can create these billionaires who they can tell you, well, you know, he's a genius and now he's become a philanthropist and he's basically going to be a technocrat. Don't worry about anything. He's going to decide everything for you because he's just that clever, and he understands. You don't. You're stupid and unimportant and you have meaningless jobs. Just move aside. Don't get involved in politics. He'll decide everything for you. So this is Penny Mordaunt, and it is a shock. I'm not saying I thought any of them were good, but this is always a shock as well. I was just going to say as well, he was on a program with, I don't know who was interviewing him, and he was saying, people have got this strange idea that I want to know what they're doing all the time, and I want to put a microchip in them so I can track them. It's so absurd. Well, isn't that what track and trace was about? Bill Gates, didn't you want that to stop pandemics spreading? You wanted to know where everyone was and who they'd be in contact with for the purpose of stopping pandemics. So you absolutely, literally did want it. No, okay, yeah. Personally, you don't care what Mrs. Stevens, who lives on 14 Oklahoma Road, is doing. No, you don't care. You're not really interested in individuals. To you, we're just all moths. But you are interested in controlling us collectively and mining our data, which is data is going to be the new gold. So you're very interested in mining our data, knowing everything we're doing so that you can control us, pin us down, lock us down, whatever else you want to do, plan genocides, goodness knows what these people have got up their sleeves. If it's so unimportant to know what everyone is doing, why is China doing it? Why are their countries full of facial recognition that they can find a person like that anywhere in the whole country out of 1.34 billion? They absolutely do. And he'll tell you, yes, with climate, they also want to know what you're doing every second of the day, while your smart meter, your car, your smart this, your smartphone, so they can tax you and penalize you for using carbon credits, so they can ruin your prosperity, take away all your choice, take away your prospects, take away the ladder, so that the middle class can never challenge the political elite. That's why they want rid of the middle class, which was the same idea with communism. You can't have a middle class challenging the elite, and that's what they want. But no one will ever challenge him, because every show he goes on, the people have already been paid off. It's all mockingbird media. Most of the people in media in the UK, US, whatever, all over the world are connected to the intelligence services. They are only interested in pushing narratives. The media does not exist to inform you for your benefit. It wants to mislead you, paint a narrative, and to string you along in some fairy tale so you go along with what they want. Anyway, just wanted to share with you that about Penny Mordaunt. And I'll end off by saying that, you know, people say, oh, it's a conspiracy theory, conspiracy theory. The next time someone says to you something about a conspiracy theory, say to them, well, if you don't believe in conspiracy theories, then you obviously think that Julius Caesar was stabbed in a random stabbing. Or, yeah. Or just say, well, maybe it's not a conspiracy, it's espionage. I wonder, these people are traitors. They are not seeking the election of the highest office in Britain so that they can do something to enhance your life or your children's life. They are seeking office because they are already a pawn in place who's either been paid off, bribed, brainwashed, whatever, and they need to get into that position to carry out an agenda for global slavery, neo-feudalism, whatever you want to call it. And Penny Mordaunt is one to watch. Look, you have to watch all of them. This is someone I didn't expect, but there you go. And books. Oh, I didn't look at the reviews, actually. Oh, it had wonderful reviews. I forgot. The reviews are stunning. It was all 5 stars or something, all totally paid off. I bet not one of these is a genuine reader. What did Branson say? Dominic Sandbrook, well, I don't know. Oh, Tony Blair said it was uplifting and highly readable. About as readable as what's written on the back of, I don't know, your vitamins. No, I'd rather read what's on the back of the vitamins, but it's readable. Ugh. Someone says, thoughtful, affectionate, and surprisingly funny. That person got the wrong book. That person got a rom-com. This isn't affectionate or surprisingly funny. Why would you even say that? Someone else said it's eloquent. It's eccentric, which he spelt wrong, and bloody good fun. Yeah, I don't think anything to do with Build Back Better is fun. Nothing to do with Bill Gates is fun. These people deluded. They've all read the wrong book. I don't know. They were sent to Dan Brown, definitely. And Sir Anthony Selden, well, he's a sir, you know. Truly impressive, says Tobias Elwood. He's another one going for the Tory leadership, and he loved the book as well. Tells you all you need to know. He says, expect to see this book in any international commentaries shelfie. Yeah, exactly. On Kay Burley, Alden Bolton, and all these hideously awful journalists, you'll find it on all their shelves because that's what they're interested in. So look, Tobias Elwood, another one. Go and have a look at this, guys. Open your eyes.